Drugstore December to you! We are reviving this series. If you're not familiar with it, I focus specifically on drugstore makeup all month long in December with creative themes, creative ways of presenting it, etc., etc. And it's just basically all about drugstore makeup. So if you enjoy drugstore makeup, affordable finds, then you are more than welcome to subscribe for more content like this. I wanted to share some random makeup with you that I have been testing out. Some of them are new releases, some of them are just ones that I've never tried before. So let's get into it. Okay, first up, I gotta rave about these palettes. The e.l.f. 10 pan palettes. I love these. I'm wearing the Nude Mood palette on my eyes today. There will be a tutorial coming up next week, which will be a full face of e.l.f. So you get to see how to do this look with this palette. But today I want to talk about the Keep It Ethereal palette. This is an amazing quality find. I'm showing you a very simple look that you can create with this palette. I love this neutral brown in the palette. This makes for the easiest, most simple, everyday looks. I just put it all over my lid and blended it, and that was pretty much it. And what I love about this color is that it's the perfect cool toned neutral. It's really difficult to find neutral browns that don't pull too warm, especially in the drugstore. For some reason, they all are a little too red, but this is the most perfect brown. And you can see what it looks like there. It's absolutely stunning. And then I took this dark brown at the end of the palette and I used it to line the upper lash line, which again, very high quality, very pigmented, really easy to work with. So hit it out of the park, spectacular. I love these. If you've not tried them, I highly recommend that you do. Affordable price point, great quality. What more could you ask for? The next product I have to share with you is the Revlon Glimmer Brightening Concealer. This is a very pigmented concealer, so a little bit of this goes a long way. From what I remember seeing in the display, this was marketed as being more of a hydrating concealer as opposed to some of the more mattifying concealers that tend to dry out the under eye area and don't wear well. And what I loved about it is that it blended in so seamlessly and the coverage is gorgeous, gorgeous. I did do a full wear test, by the way, with all the products I'm sharing with you in this video. So at the end, I'll show you the full face, how everything wore at the end of the day, so that you can get a good idea of what to expect. Covergirl! Covergirl came out with a blurring skin tint. This has SPF 30 in it. It's advertised as being light coverage and a soft matte finish. I chose the shade Fair Cool. Now it goes on lightly. You can adjust the coverage depending on your unique preference. I didn't apply much because I like to see a little bit of my skin peeking through there, and it was stunning on the skin. I didn't feel like I was wearing a mask. I didn't feel like it was too much. It was breathable. It looked like skin after I was done. It was really, really impressive. This mascara is being talked about all over the place, and I happened to catch it out of the corner of my eye when I was in the store. They had it on this little like hidden display over here where you really couldn't see it. And this is the L'Oreal Extensionist mascara. I picked up the waterproof version. There are little fibers in this formula. I need a little bit more practice with the application method of it because this was the first time that I used it, what you're seeing here on camera. But I can just tell you by the first time using it, I loved the application with it. I loved the way it made my lashes look. They looked longer, they looked thicker. This was one of those days where I was like, whoa, false eyelash who? I don't need false eyelashes because these look amazing. As promised, at the end I'll show you what this looks like at the end of a full day's wear. The next product I had really high hopes for. I wanted to love it. I did, so I'll just start off telling you that. This was the Alme Color and Care Tint Stick. It says it has pH activated custom colors, so it's supposed to give you a personalized color on the skin based on your own pH. Now whether that's true or false, I don't really know. The shade that I picked up was Natural Flush. Now you can see when I apply it here that it's really, really light on the skin. I could barely see it when I first applied it on one side of my face, but it blended in really nicely. It did provide almost a greasy feel to the skin, but it was very, very dewy. I applied a little bit more on the other cheek simply because I wanted to see, okay, if I really, really apply it, am I going to get more color with it? And that is what happened. And even though I blended it in after applying a little bit more, I still felt like it faded out and it was a little hard to see on my skin after having applied it. We'll talk about that one more at the end when I show you the full end of the day wear test. Next product I have to share with you is the Maybelline Build a Brow. I picked up the shade Soft Brown. This has a brow pen on one end and then a sealing gel on the other end. I love the brow pen. It's seamless, it looks natural, it's very easy to apply, very forgiving pen. If you make a mistake, it's really easy to correct it. It looks like hair, it looks like your brows. I love brow pens for this specifically, and this one did not disappoint. I didn't use the brow gel side of it so much because I'm not really a brow gel type of gal, but I love the pen. Next up, we have the LA Girl Instant Finish Blurring Loose Powder. I feel like they're trying to discontinue this one possibly. I don't know. I found it in CVS at a discount, so who knows. This is supposed to be a matte finish oil controlling formula. Very lightweight, goes onto the skin beautifully. It does provide a nice blur to the skin and the finish looks beautiful. Okay, so now we're at the point where I'm going to show you the end of the day wear test for everything that I just shared with you. This is what my face looked like at the end of the day. I want you to focus really on that mascara right there. The mascara looked amazing. I do feel like the lashes fell a little bit, like they lost a little bit of their curl, but there was no smudging, there was no flaking, there was no running. Everything stayed intact on the lashes, and I was very impressed by that mascara. I did have a little bit of a struggle removing it from my lashes. I've had to start using coconut oil to get waterproof mascara off my lashes. It works fabulously. If you're looking for a new one to try, I would highly recommend it. It's become one of my new favorites. Now we'll just lump together the Covergirl Blurring Skin Tint with the Revlon Glimmering Concealer. Both wore extremely well. The under eye area looked great. The foundation looked great. And I had no issues with either of these products. Definitely ones that I would continue wearing and ones that I really did enjoy. Now with the powder, this one did not fully keep the face from having that glow. I mean, you can see some glow on the skin at the end of the day, which, I mean, that's normal for me. But is it one that I would use again? Probably not, because I have better powders from the drugstore that I've discovered that do a better job. So I wasn't so impressed with that one. Now that Alme stick, it didn't last worth a flip by the end of the day. It had completely faded. And I expected for it to, though, because of how light the initial application was. And even on the side where I applied more than usual, it still faded and you really couldn't see that I had blush on my skin. So it's not really one that I would go back to. And that's really sad for me because I remember when Alme made really amazing makeup, but I just feel like over these past few years, the quality is it's just not there. What do you think? And you already heard my thoughts on the eyeshadow palettes. Looked spectacular by the end of the day. No issues with those whatsoever. The Maybelline Build-A-Brow hung in there all day too. Love, love, love. If you are interested in any of the products I shared here today, all of them will be listed for you below in the description box, so you're welcome to check there. And if you have a suggestion, content idea, of things that you want to see posted here for Drugstore December, let me know. I'm going to be increasing the volume, so you're going to see me more than just one time a week this month. I'm going to try to do maybe 3. So anyway, would love to hear your thoughts on what you want to see. I hope you have a beautifully blessed weekend ahead. I speak peace, love, and joy into you and into your home, and I'll see you again very soon.